Looking at muscle weakness after 60 might seem like an inevitable part of aging. But what I'm about to share could completely change how you think about leg strength in your golden years. The hidden culprits behind weakening legs aren't always what you'd expect, and some might be sitting right in your kitchen cabinet or on your dinner plate tonight. What's particularly alarming is that certain foods we consider healthy, even essential vitamins that doctors commonly recommend, could actually be working against your muscle integrity. Stay with me because the revelations ahead might surprise you, especially when we uncover those two vitamins that could be sabotaging your leg strength without you even knowing it. Refined breakfast cereals loaded with sugar represent one of the most deceptive threats to your leg muscles after 60. These colorful boxes promise nutrition but deliver inflammatory compounds that trigger chronic inflammation throughout your muscular system. The rapid blood sugar spikes from these processed grains create metabolic chaos, forcing your muscles to work harder while receiving less sustainable energy. Your legs become the first casualties, experiencing that heavy, tired feeling that makes climbing stairs feel like scaling mountains. The artificial preservatives and chemical additives in these cereals disrupt your body's natural mineral absorption, particularly magnesium and potassium, which are crucial for muscle contraction and relaxation. Over time, this nutritional deficit translates directly into muscle weakness, making simple activities like standing from a chair increasingly challenging. The manufacturing process strips away beneficial nutrients while concentrating harmful compounds that accumulate in muscle tissues. Research shows that seniors who consume high amounts of refined cereals experience accelerated muscle mass loss compared to those eating whole-grain alternatives. Commercial salad dressings might seem like a healthy choice, but they're often packed with hidden sugars, inflammatory oils, and sodium levels that wreak havoc on your circulation. These seemingly innocent condiments contain high fructose corn syrup and trans fats that promote inflammation in your joints and muscle tissues. The excessive sodium causes fluid retention, making your legs feel swollen and uncomfortable, particularly in the evening hours. Poor circulation means your leg muscles receive inadequate oxygen and nutrients, leading to that persistent feeling of heaviness and fatigue. The chemical emulsifiers used to maintain texture actually interfere with your body's ability to absorb fat-soluble vitamins that support muscle health. Many popular brands contain more than 15 grams of sugar per serving, equivalent to nearly 4 teaspoons of pure sugar coating your supposedly healthy salad. The vegetable oils used are highly processed and oxidized, creating free radicals that damage muscle cell membranes and reduce their efficiency. Frozen potato products including fries, hash browns, and tater tots undergo processing that transforms beneficial starches into inflammatory compounds. The high-temperature cooking process creates acrylamide, a neurotoxin that interferes with nerve signals to your muscles. These products are typically fried in partially hydrogenated oils that contain trans fats, which are particularly damaging to muscle tissue. The excessive sodium content can reach up to 1,000 milligrams per serving, promoting fluid retention and reducing muscle flexibility. Regular consumption leads to insulin resistance, making it harder for your muscles to access glucose for energy production. The lack of fiber means these foods cause rapid blood sugar spikes, followed by crashes that leave your muscles depleted and weak. Before we continue, I want to connect with you personally, because your engagement truly fuels this channel's mission to help seniors maintain their independence and vitality. If this information is resonating with you, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to join our community of health-conscious viewers. Your support gives me the strength to continue researching and sharing these crucial insights that could transform your quality of life. Every subscriber helps us reach more seniors who deserve to know the truth about nutrition and aging. Energy drinks marketed to older adults contain stimulants and artificial ingredients that actually accelerate muscle deterioration. The caffeine crash that follows the initial energy boost leaves your muscles more depleted than before, creating a cycle of dependency and weakness. These beverages are loaded with synthetic vitamins that your body struggles to process effectively, often competing with natural nutrient absorption. The artificial sweeteners used can disrupt your gut microbiome, which plays a crucial role in muscle protein synthesis and overall strength maintenance. Regular consumption leads to dehydration, which compromises muscle flexibility and increases your risk of cramps and stiffness. The taurine and guarana added to these drinks can interfere with natural sleep patterns, and poor sleep directly correlates with muscle weakness and slower recovery. Many energy drinks contain levels of caffeine equivalent to 3 or 4 cups of coffee, which can trigger anxiety and muscle tension. Processed cheese products found in convenience stores contain phosphate additives that interfere with calcium absorption, weakening both bones and muscles. The high sodium content promotes inflammation throughout your cardiovascular system, reducing blood flow to your extremities. These products lack the high-quality proteins your muscles need for repair and maintenance, essentially providing empty calories that contribute to muscle wasting. The artificial preservatives accumulate in your system over time, creating oxidative stress that accelerates age-related muscle decline. Real cheese contains beneficial bacteria and enzymes that support digestion and nutrient absorption, while processed versions destroy these beneficial compounds. The plastic packaging can leach chemicals that act as endocrine disruptors, interfering with hormones essential for muscle maintenance. Packaged granola bars often masquerade as health food, while delivering inflammatory oils and hidden sugars that sabotage muscle function. The combination of corn syrup and vegetable oils creates a perfect storm for inflammatory responses in your joints and muscle tissues. These products typically lack sufficient protein and contain anti-nutrients that actually block the absorption of minerals essential for muscle contraction. The processing methods used destroy most beneficial compounds while concentrating harmful additives that stress your liver and kidneys. Many granola bars contain more sugar than candy bars while providing minimal protein and healthy fats needed for muscle maintenance. The nuts and seeds used are often rancid due to improper storage, contributing to oxidative stress that damages muscle cells. Canned soups present multiple threats to muscle health through their excessive sodium content and chemical preservatives. A single serving can contain up to 2,000 milligrams of sodium, more than the entire recommended daily intake for seniors. The high sodium promotes fluid retention, making your legs feel heavy and reducing your desire to stay active. Most canned soups lack adequate protein content needed to support muscle protein synthesis and repair. The aluminum cans can leach metal into the food, and aluminum accumulation has been linked to muscle weakness and neurological issues. The preservatives used, including sodium benzoate and potassium sorbate, can trigger inflammatory responses that particularly affect muscle tissues. The heating process used in canning destroys heat-sensitive vitamins and creates advanced glycation end products that damage muscle proteins. Diet sodas present a particularly insidious threat to leg strength through their artificial sweetener content and phosphoric acid. The artificial sweeteners can disrupt your metabolic processes, affecting how efficiently your muscles utilize glucose for energy. Phosphoric acid leaches calcium from your bones and interferes with magnesium absorption, both critical for maintaining muscle function. The chemical cocktail in these beverages promotes chronic low-grade inflammation that gradually weakens your muscular system. Regular consumption has been linked to accelerated muscle mass loss and increased fall risk in older adults. The caramel coloring used in many diet sodas contains 4-methylimidazole, a compound that may interfere with muscle cell function. Studies show that people who drink diet sodas daily have significantly lower muscle mass than those who avoid them completely. Pre-packaged smoothies from grocery stores contain pasteurized fruit concentrates that spike blood sugar without providing beneficial fiber. The high sugar content promotes glycation, a process that damages muscle proteins and reduces their functionality over time. These products often lack the fresh enzymes and phytonutrients that support muscle recovery and circulation. The preservatives used to extend shelf life can accumulate in muscle tissues, contributing to stiffness and reduced flexibility. Real fruit smoothies made fresh contain fiber that slows sugar absorption and provides sustained energy for muscle function. The plastic bottles used for commercial smoothies can leach bisphenol compounds that interfere with hormone production essential for muscle maintenance. Microwave dinners represent a perfect storm of muscle-damaging ingredients, combining excessive sodium, trans fats, and chemical preservatives. The ultra-processing destroys most nutritional value while concentrating inflammatory compounds that target muscle and joint tissues. These meals typically provide inadequate protein quality and quantity needed to maintain muscle mass as you age. The convenience comes at the cost of muscle strength, mobility, and overall physical independence. The packaging materials can leach chemicals when heated, adding another layer of toxicity that affects muscle cell function. Most frozen dinners contain less than 15 grams of protein while providing over 1,000 milligrams of sodium per serving. Commercial protein bars often contain more sugar than actual protein, creating metabolic instability that undermines muscle development. The artificial proteins used are poorly absorbed and may actually compete with natural protein synthesis in your muscles. These products frequently contain inflammatory oils and synthetic additives that stress your digestive system and reduce nutrient absorption. The marketing promises strength while the ingredients deliver weakness and metabolic dysfunction. Many protein bars use soy protein isolate, which can interfere with hormone balance and muscle protein synthesis in older adults. The sugar alcohols added to create sweetness can cause digestive distress and interfere with mineral absorption. Instant mashed potatoes might seem harmless, but they're loaded with preservatives and artificial flavors that promote inflammation. The dehydration process destroys beneficial nutrients while concentrating harmful compounds that stress your liver and kidneys. These products lack the fiber and resistant starch found in real potatoes that support healthy blood sugar levels. The sodium content is typically excessive, contributing to fluid retention and reduced muscle flexibility. Artificial colors and flavors used can trigger immune responses that specifically target muscle and joint tissues. The processing creates advanced glycation end products that accelerate muscle aging and reduce strength. Now here's where things get truly shocking. Those 2 vitamins that could be undermining your leg strength. Synthetic vitamin D3 taken in excessive doses without proper cofactors can actually lead to calcium deposits in soft tissues, including your muscles. This process, called calcification, makes muscles stiff and weak rather than strong and flexible. Many seniors take high doses thinking more is better, but without adequate vitamin K2 and magnesium, synthetic vitamin D can become counterproductive. The recommended ratio is crucial. For every 1,000 international units of vitamin D, you need approximately 100 micrograms of vitamin K2. Without this balance, calcium gets deposited in muscles and arteries rather than bones where it belongs. The second culprit is isolated vitamin E in the alpha-tocopherol form, which can actually increase oxidative stress when taken without its natural cofactors. This synthetic form competes with other beneficial forms of vitamin E and can promote muscle damage rather than protection. Natural vitamin E exists as 8 different compounds that work synergistically, but isolated alpha-tocopherol disrupts this delicate balance. Studies show that taking isolated alpha-tocopherol can actually increase muscle damage markers and reduce performance in older adults. Flavored yogurts marketed to seniors often contain more sugar than ice cream, triggering inflammatory cascades that weaken muscle fibers. The artificial flavors and colors used are derived from petroleum products that your body struggles to process and eliminate. These additives accumulate in muscle tissues over time, contributing to chronic inflammation and reduced muscle contractility. The promised probiotics are often dead or ineffective due to the high sugar content and artificial preservatives. Real yogurt should contain live cultures and minimal added sugar to support gut health and muscle protein synthesis. The thickening agents used in commercial yogurts can interfere with protein absorption and digestive health. Instant oatmeal packets contain inflammatory vegetable oils and excessive amounts of sugar that destabilize blood glucose levels. The processing removes beneficial fiber and concentrates anti-nutrients that interfere with mineral absorption. These products lack the protein and healthy fats needed to support stable energy levels throughout the day. The artificial flavors used can trigger inflammatory responses that specifically target joint and muscle tissues. Steel-cut oats contain 3 times more fiber and protein than instant varieties while avoiding harmful processing chemicals. The quick cooking process destroys beneficial compounds and creates inflammatory byproducts that accumulate in muscle tissues. Commercial trail mixes often contain more candy than nuts, providing inflammatory sugars disguised as healthy snacks. The nuts used are frequently rancid due to improper storage and processing, contributing to oxidative stress in muscle cells. The dried fruits are typically loaded with sulfur dioxide and other preservatives that trigger inflammatory responses. The chocolate pieces contain trans fats and artificial flavors that interfere with muscle function and recovery. Homemade trail mix with fresh nuts and unsweetened dried fruits provides sustained energy without inflammatory compounds. The vegetable oils used to preserve commercial trail mixes become rancid quickly and promote muscle inflammation. Bottled fruit juices, even those labeled as natural, contain concentrated fruit sugars without beneficial fiber. The pasteurization process destroys enzymes and heat-sensitive vitamins while creating inflammatory compounds. These beverages cause rapid blood sugar spikes that stress your pancreas and promote muscle protein breakdown. The lack of fiber means fruit sugars are absorbed too quickly, creating metabolic chaos that affects muscle function. Fresh whole fruits provide the same vitamins plus fiber that slows sugar absorption and supports muscle health. Many commercial fruit juices contain added sugars beyond what occurs naturally in fruit. Margarine and butter substitutes contain trans fats and artificial ingredients that promote chronic inflammation throughout your body. These processed fats interfere with cell membrane function in muscle cells, reducing their efficiency and strength. The industrial processing creates harmful compounds that accumulate in muscle tissues over time. Real butter from grass-fed cows provides beneficial fatty acids that support muscle health and hormone production. The artificial preservatives in margarine can disrupt gut bacteria essential for nutrient absorption and muscle maintenance. Studies show that people who consume margarine regularly have higher levels of inflammatory markers than those who use real butter. White rice products lack the beneficial nutrients found in brown rice while providing rapid glucose spikes that stress your muscles. The processing removes fiber, vitamins, and minerals while concentrating inflammatory compounds. These products provide empty calories that contribute to muscle wasting rather than strength building. The quick digestion causes blood sugar instability that affects muscle energy and recovery. Brown rice provides sustained energy plus magnesium and B vitamins essential for muscle function. The bleaching process used for white rice creates chemical residues that can interfere with muscle cell function. The revelation about these foods and supplements should motivate immediate action to protect your independence and mobility. Your leg strength is not predetermined by age but significantly influenced by the choices you make every single day. Simple swaps like choosing whole foods over processed options can dramatically improve your muscle function and overall vitality. Reading ingredient labels becomes crucial. Avoid products with more than 5 ingredients or names you cannot pronounce. Focus on foods that provide complete proteins, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates to fuel your muscles properly. If you found this information valuable and want to discover more ways to maintain your strength and vitality as you age, please subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Together, we can build a community of empowered seniors who refuse to let poor nutrition steal their independence and quality of life. Your journey towards stronger legs and better health starts with the very next meal you choose to eat.